It's the Know Nothing Sports Podcast with Brandon and Kyle.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
It's showtime.
Oh, yeah. Back in the Know Nothing Sports Garage Studio.
Hello.
Brandon and Kyle. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Know Nothing Sports, X, the Everything app. You are the news now.
You are the news now.
TikTok as well. Know Nothing Sports. It's all Know Nothing Sports. You should know this by now.
Yep.
All Know Nothing
You'll
Sports.
find it.
DraftKings socials. You'll see that we may have given out bad advice when it comes to betting against the Rockies.
Oh, yeah. They're actually they're
done
still
that.
in last, but a respectable last.
We may have done that. We are also on YouTube.
It has one view and it says it was uploaded at 6 a.m. this morning.
That's right. Actually, plenty of views, plenty of downloads. We're our not nationwide podcast. We're worldwide, although I do believe it's a lot of VPN because we are.
You don't
picking
think
up-
people are watching us in Kathmandu?
Shit, we got like Thailand, Vietnam, like crazy
It's
shit.
all over.
When I was seeing our latest download report.
Worldwide.
Thank you very much. Record numbers, we keep going up. That's a good thing, I'm told. You don't want them to go down. You want them to go up. However,
Oh, I've never heard someone going up on you.
that's true. However, we still need some more five-star shitters. We need some five-star shitters. Really get at us. The only thing that's really seemed to get people's go is the ABS. That was
Yes,
the most
that really
common
pissed
thing,
some people off.
which I don't get. It's better. You're wrong. We're right. Sorry.
It's a
Na-na-na-na,
strike or
boo-boo.
it's not. It's not up to somebody if they've had a bad day.
Well, to me, it makes the game better, personally.
Yeah.
And the pitch clock has made baseball much more watchable. Get in now while the baseball action's hot. Kyle, what's happening, baby? We've been off a little bit, huh? We've been off a little bit. Well,
Yeah, we had to take a week break.
we did. Kyle was in Arkansas. I've still got schedule from hell work-wise. But we're here. We're doing it. We're excited because today we got the NBA, NHL playoffs happening. The NFL draft is just a few days away, right? Thursday. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we're like 48 hours.
Thursday,
from it.
5:30 Mountain, right?
That's right. We got some people are saying props and more. Kyle, why don't you tell the people the prop bet you hit?
Oh, I hit
Yesterday.
a nice prop bet. I took not Kyler Murray, Jamal Murray for a first 3-point made in the game with a boost on DraftKings. I got it to plus 510.
Bingo,
Yeah.
bango. That's a good
Nice
one.
little winner there.
I did hit a prop, and I'm going to be playing this prop this week too. Cade Cunningham. I had 40 plus points, assists, rebounds total. He killed that. He had 39 points, although the Pistons were shitty. We'll get into that when we talk about the NBA playoffs and stuff as well. But as I alluded to as we started the show, let me pull up what are you on ES? Will you pull up the Rockies schedule for me? Our record right now? If we just go to like MLB and put
It's
the
9
scores
and
in there.
14 before today,
Which
wasn't it?
is a respectable. They're playing the Padres currently. Actually, game might have wrapped up. I don't know what the score is there. They actually play the Pods pretty good. So I'm a little slightly annoyed, I would say, because the Dodgers were in town, and that was a surefire Rockies are going to lose these games type thing. So I bet against the Rockies on, I'm going to say Friday night. I don't remember. The days all get mixed in. They beat the Dodgers. Unbelievable. The Dodgers also in the 8th had bases loaded, 1 out, couldn't score a run. Then they had 2 men on in the top of the 9th, no outs with Ohtani coming up. Other up, score 1 run. Don't get anything out of it. So it was the first time in a season and a month, I guess you could say, that the Rockies won back-to-back games on me. They didn't do that. Whenever I lost because there were times that the Rockies did win when we were betting against them, I would double up the next day, and sure enough, I'd get my money back and a little bit of extra cash. Not the case right now. They may be a Major League Baseball team. 9 and 14. I don't know what's up. You got their thing up? No, you're still in the NBA. Let me take a look right here. Or the
I can
Rocks.
pull it up. What do you want to look at?
I just want to know if they won tonight and what their record is, which we believe is 9 and 14, right? They lost 1-0
believe
tonight,
that.
so they're 9 and 15 after tonight. Against the Pods. Pods are good. Pods got a great bullpen, too. I'll get into some baseball. I watched a great Padres Angels game on Friday night. Like I said, maybe it was Saturday. All my days get blended together right now with how I'm working. But this kind of stinks.
It was just so fun to bet against them for so long.
I'm not going to go all the way back.
It's not fun to bet against somebody when they're 9-14. It's fun to bet against them when they're 2-20.
Exactly.
Or something.
Because it was like printing money last year. I mean, I'm talking.
And if they won one, you just doubled it.
It was so easy. I mean, it was like an extra $500 a week. Because I always bet to win $100. To win $100, because you know how baseball money lines work, maybe minus 200, minus 300. But I was cool with risking that money. That's what I was telling you guys last year when we first started the show. It's like buying into a stock and getting an instant return in 2.5 hours.
Well, it's like you could still get even at like minus 400 odds, it's still like can be a 20% return on a day.
Well, and it worked. I'm telling you, I think you guys, if you didn't follow us last season, you definitely missed out. Because at 9-15 now, they did lose 1-0, as I just said. I really was making like $500 a week. That's a nice extra scratch to get in just because of a shitty baseball team. It's not the case this year. I am now 4-3 betting against the Rockies.
Breaking even basically with the juice.
But then I doubled up for the Dodgers. I was like, well, they're not going to beat the Dodgers on back-to-back nights. Doubled up, so I am down money.
Yeah.
So that stinks. But hey, here's to the Rockies. Well done.
Well played, Rockies.
Because you were dog shit last year.
We'll see what June looks like.
I mean, it was the point. I hate when people think like Alabama could beat the Jags. They can't. But
has attendance been any better yet? Or is it too early to tell?
It's tough to say because opening weekend was busy, and then the Dodgers are always busy.
Sure.
Dodgers were
too early to tell.
But we did have.
We got to get a couple of those cups. I told you. It looks like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
I did. Also, that guy, you're not Sherlock Holmes, dude. Those things are like pin dicks. Those things are so thin.
I thought they looked cool. That's why I wanted them.
Well, that's the thing. It's a souvenir cup.
Yeah.
It's not about
You're paying
the beer.
for the souvenir.
You're paying for the bat cup. But yes, they do have. I'll get us a couple of those. I don't know if you can set them down, though. So we'd have to really.
He had it setting down on a table.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's because they got the bat. It's a baseball bat cup. But the Rockies
that would be a bitch to spill, though, across this table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, this bye-bye podcast. It is fun to go. I'll say this about the Rockies, besides their prowess on the field. It's a very fan-friendly stadium because you get like the $3 beers up at the rooftop. You got the standing room only. People
that's
are
only
enjoying
till first pitch, but that is a great deal.
That's fine. Get them in while you can.
You know, I really wish Mile High Vienna stand was still there, or even any Italian beef. But
I wish
those sport peppers on that sandwich.
I wish
dunked in the juice.
The shop was open right. It was right outside A Gate. They had the actual shop with like the big poster of Mike Ditka giving the finger. COVID took it out. And no one's actually faced any repercussions for all that COVID bullshit. I'm still waiting on that. I need your comeuppance for all your lies you spread.
Yeah, bastards.
Kyle, are you ever interested in spring games?
Usually not. I mean, I'll watch the Razorback one, but they actually have stopped. A lot of schools have stopped doing it in the way that they used to do it.
They still do the Mason, but I'm uninterested. It doesn't matter to me. I don't. As big as a football junkie I am, also kind of uninterested in the draft this year, but hopefully that turns around when it comes up.
But is that because it's kind of a weak draft?
That and just the Lions are picking, mid. It's nothing big. And what are they going to do? Draft another stupid D tackle that doesn't do shit. But we had some excitement off the field at the Va-Tech spring game. You must really be a sicko if you're watching the Va-Tech spring game. It is the start of the James Franklin era, so maybe there is some excitement there. Probably their best coach since they had Beamer ball. But we had a guy parachuting in. Let's take a look at this clip right here. And what I love about it, it doesn't go well for this skydiver, but he
does it ever unless you just land perfectly.
He knocks off. It took me a couple times watching it to realize it. He knocks off the C on the Va-Tech the scoreboard. Here he is coming in to much fanfare at the Va-Tech spring game. Got the American flag going. There he goes. Whoops-a-daisy. See the seagull flying off of it.
Jeez. They
Look at
knocked
him.
the shit out of that thing.
There he is, just hanging there with Old Glory. Old Glory hanging there. They had to get like a big crane to come out and get him. He must have felt like the biggest dope on earth during that. I would have loved to have been there in the crowd for that. I would live for something like that. He's alive. Everything's cool. Everything's safe. Who knows if the sea hit somebody, though? That could have happened. Kyle, I'm declaring this week the most underrated week in sports.
Why is that?
Because we got the NBA playoffs going. We got the NHL playoffs going. We got baseball in full effect. And we have the NFL draft on Thursday. You go from March Madness. Oh, it's all over. Bye. One shining moment plays. And we're right back into the thick of things. And NBA playoffs, I love the NBA anyway. I know people like to bash the NBA and stuff. But all the talk of they're not trying or load management out the window when the playoffs start. Also, I think it's time there should be, I know they'll lose their programming with their hot takes and shit, but can we just declare Joker the best player, period? Forget Shea. Even I'm a big
He didn't
Cade
have such a
Cunningham
hot
guy.
night last night.
Right, but then like the game one, what did he do? I don't really know his numbers here because I just have the game one numbers.
I know this. He was 1 for 8 shooting with Rudy Gobert on him last night.
Ooh, he usually eats Rudy up.
Yeah, it did last night.
Because game one, people were like, hey, Joker kind of had an off night. He had a 25-point triple-double. And that's considered like an off night for him, like a quiet night. Jamal Murray's been shooting like shit.
Yeah. Except for that three.
Except for that three. Did you watch any of the game two last night?
Yes, I did.
They blew a 19-point lead. 19-point lead in the first half. Then they get it. Christian Braun misses a free throw, so they're down 3 coming
They had to
down.
make like a half-court shot to go in at halftime tied.
That was another Murray one. Too bad you didn't have a half-court prop. But then he takes that stupid, awkward 18-foot step back.
He
That wasn't
airballed
even-
2 threes.
It wasn't even a 2. I mean, it wasn't even a 3. That was the dumbest shot.
But he also airballed 2 threes, which is just not like him. I think that was just a real bad night.
Yeah. Well, game two's
Shooting wise for him.
he didn't do great game one, but game twos I like to stay away from because the home team's going to play desperate. We have breaking news right now.
Wemby down?
Wemby down, headed
Yep.
to the locker room. Oh boy.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Currently, partial score alert. We got the Rockets down 3 in the second half to the Lakers. Lakers up 1-0. I felt bad for Houston bettors on game one. Durant's out there doing warm-up, shooting layup drills. He's got his full uniform on. Then they scratch him like 5 minutes before the game.
Well, that's what's called a game time decision.
That's true.
Go
That's
through
true.
layup and warm ups. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right.
He is playing tonight, though, right now, currently, as I say, 49-46 in La La Land. Kyle, we had a tiger on the loose.
Is he back on the highways again? They've given him his license?
Now, that was a real live tiger. Probably a better driver than Tiger Woods, though.
Wow, let's see his wife chase him with a golf club while he drives.
Oh, she was just rescuing him, as he told Gus.
Yes, he was stuck in there.
I tell you what, Russians are some brave motherfuckers.
Russians?
Yeah, because this is a Russian circus. Does America even have circuses anymore?
Yeah, I've been to a circus in the last 5-6 years.
Because, what is it, Ringling, Barnum, and Bailey?
I rode an elephant actually in the last 6 years. Me and my son, the circus came to town. They're giving out elephant rides.
Okay.
He saw the sign and was like, "Yeah, of course we're stopping."
I work in stadiums. We don't do the circuses anymore. I think all the animal rights people.
Oh, actually, this reminds me of a good circus story.
What you
It
got?
was the circus I just told you I took my son to.
Yeah.
They had some kids line up in the middle, and they were tossing bowling pins between them. A couple clowns,
Okay.
and my son was up there in the line of about 5 kids, but they threw one incorrectly, and a bowling pin just knocked the shit out of this kid's head. Everybody went, "Oh!"
Oh, the clown break character?
No, but the kid cried. It was awkward. And like it ended right there, and they kind of shut the lights down. The drums played and everything. They got the kid out of there, smacked the shit out of him with a bowling pin. Can you imagine if that was your kid? You'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed. Well, I'd be especially pissed here, and I'd be terrified, man. I don't fuck with animals. Like when I see the hikers on the trails and there's like bears
Unless
around.
one's attacking your dog.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, because you were marooned in a chair saying everything would be fine. Well, here's the tiger. Tiger runs loose. Circus in Russia.
Oh, man.
They got some nice hard rock music playing. There goes the cage. And that tiger takes...
man. I'm out.
He takes his opportunity
I'm out
right away.
then. I'm grabbing my kid and
It kind of feels like that
out.
chick.
Feet aren't even
out.
touching the floor.
Look at him. He's just wandering around up
Perusing
there.
the upper deck.
I mean, look at these. Like, there are little children right
Yes. My God.
So I guess it's like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. You don't move.
I guess.
I'd be getting out of there. I don't know if that's the right decision, but
Maybe if they think they ran, it would try to chase them.
here comes Timu, Siegfried, and Roy trying to get him.
Yeah, like that guy's really going to protect anybody with his little rope.
I mean, those are some small children there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. We got a tiger on the loose. At least he's not on the highway, like Kyle said. Look at this guy. He's just like, hey, how'd he get out?
I bet we can outdrive him, too.
Yeah, I think so. Compliments of the New York Post right there. I ain't dealing with that. Man. I don't.
Not in this economy.
I don't dig the circus really too much anyway. And not that I have any animal rights qualms, just like whatever. Do.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Kyle. Give us out some props.
Props to mini horses out there saving the day. Kid comes into the ER, broken arm, has to get a cast. What do they call? Not the doctor.
No.
No, the mini horse. And he plays the keyboard to distract children while they're getting their cast. Now, before you play it, it's like, isn't the distracting part supposed to be where, like, when you're setting the bone or something?
Probably.
I mean, by the time the cast is going on with the stuff there, it seems like the worst part is over.
Yeah.
But anything to keep a kid from crying.
It's the soft kids these days.
Yeah. They're little tiny bones.
Check out this horse tickling the ivories, you could say.
Yeah. It is perfectly hilarious. It's like he's eating the world's largest corn on the cob. And the kid is like, just so like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he can't even pay attention to his arm at all.
The kid seems very uninterested.
Hey, next time we get a cast, you have to call for mini horse therapy.
Oh, yeah.
Deal, right?
Yeah, I'll do it. And I'll be very happy to distract
You know what?
him.
Anything to help a kid and use a mini horse in a proper way.
Look at the kid sitting there like that.
Yeah, I know. Just see his eyes like, what the fuck are we doing here, Mom? Can we go to a normal hospital?
When I was in high school.
What kind of hospital is this?
Dr. Horse coming in there. When I was
Dr. Doolittle.
when I was in high school, before the start of our football season, like a scrimmage, we had scrimmages, obviously. I hurt my knee, and then our best player, JT, he broke his arm. So our coaches were all like, oh, shit.
Here we go.
I played on a bruised kneecap and sprained MCL, so I didn't have a great senior year. But my buddy JT, he was a running back, and he broke his arm. They had to put pins in it, so he missed week 1. And week 2, it was a winnable game. We needed him to play. So I sawed in shop class. I sawed the bottom of his cast off. We didn't need any Dr. Doolittle horse. And we wrapped it up so we could hold the ball. I remember his dad was so pissed. He was like, What are you doing? The doctor didn't say to do that. He was like, who are you talking to, Dr. Johnson? And I was like, he wanted to play.
Did he play?
He played.
Did he hurt his wrist again?
No, but what did stink is in our homecoming game, we were tied 7-7. And he talked the coach into playing. And
What did he not play weeks 3, 4, 5, 6?
he didn't play week 1, week 2, but we got him on the field for homecoming because that was our third game of the season. He was going in. We had our best drive of the game. We were about to go up with not too much time left, 14-7, and he fumbled the ball. Probably because of the cast.
Geez.
I will say, though, our coach in film session the next, we ended up losing 14-7, but our coach in film session, because he was like, got to hold on to the rock, JT. And he was like, well, I got a cast on. And he stopped the film. He goes, stop. You told me you could carry the ball with a cast like that, so I don't want to hear any excuses.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
Shut him up. It did shut him up. All right, I'm giving props to Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, man.
Now, I pulled a clip of this. It's kind of boring. I'm not going to play it. It's just him arguing with the rules official because he's in Live. I thought Live and PGA were merging. Whatever happened?
They are. I think it's in the process still.
Because I heard Live is hemorrhaging money right now. So whatever. I've never even really watched
They don't
it.
care. It's the Saudi public fund.
Yeah, I think they're trying to still get some like backers or something on. Either way, it was like the golf course they were playing at in Mexico City. I know it was in Mexico. I believe it was
That's
in
correct.
Mexico City. Terrible condition. So he's bitching about the rough. He's bitching about all this shit. Then he just misses a pretty easy putt, and he just pulled out. We just quit. Which I speak for all of us golfers out there. There's times where I'm playing so bad on the course, I just want to pick up my ball and leave too. I'm not even getting paid for it. So I'm giving props
Stop whining.
to DeChambeau for doing what we all wanted to do on the course before. You got any prop bets, Mr. 5'10" hitter?
Oh, I do not right now. That was a good prop bet for me. I will see what tomorrow brings us.
The
with
best
the
way
NBA.
for the playoffs, I'm going to stick with, I already hit it, told about it earlier. I'm going to do the Cade 40 plus points, assists, rebounds. He had 30.
Right.
He had 39 points, 8 boards, 4 assists the last game. He is definitely their go-to guy. He's going to shoot. I think he's going to get you 30. So you're going to need to get 5 and 5 on the rebounds and assists. Let's just get into the NBA playoffs now.
Let's do it.
All right. Great so far.
Basketball,
Give me the ball.
because I'm gonna dunk it.
We do have some games that are happening currently, so you'll know the results when it comes to when you hear this tomorrow. As of time of recording, I got to get the broadcaster out of me on that. Suns, OKC up 1-0 on the Suns right now. The Lakers lead the Rockets 1-0. They are currently in the lead right now. Rockets were without KD game 1. Spurs and Trailblazers tied 1-1. So that went down tonight, and Wemby exited the game. We didn't have it on. We normally have.
What are they saying when he was hurt?
I just got the breaking news on my phone. It says he exits the game after hard collision. So I don't know what happened. Now that we're on video, we don't have the games on all the TVs like we used to.
You get too distracted.
That's true.
You're like a kid. You're like a cat following the red laser.
I can't help it. But it also does screw up our lighting too. That's the big one. Not my distractions on it. The Magic beat the number 1 seed Pistons. Cost me a 16 parlay and about $1,000.
Ooh.
Also, I was getting super unreasonably mad during that game.
Why?
Because the Pistons were playing so bad. It felt like a Lions game. Like I was just pissed at how bad they were playing. Jalen Duren disappeared. But one thing I did learn, the Magic, no matter the seeding, there have been low seeds, 8 seeds, 7 seeds, 6 seeds. I don't believe a 1 seed. Their last 5 times they've been in the playoffs, they've won every game 1. They're undefeated in game 1s. They're the game 1 team. So next year, this information isn't helping you now. Next year, game 1, Magic are in it. No matter the odds, no matter the money line, no matter the seeding, I would say take the Magic. Cleveland up 2-0 on the Raptors. Knicks and Hawks tied 1-1. Did you see the Knicks fucking blow that game? They were up 10 with 2:43. Or 8.
I didn't catch that game.
The Knicks were up 8-10 around in there with 2:43 left and totally blew it. Hawks come back and
I
won.
do have the Lakers at -4.5.
And they are currently, partial score alert, up 3 at halftime. Celtics, Sixers series tied 1-1, and the Celtics pushed Celtics pushed the Sixers shit in game 1. Unwatchable game.
Other way this time.
Yeah.
Beat them by 12 tonight, didn't they?
Yes, they did. I was doing show prep. I was at work. Today, I've had a great sports weekend of watching sports, even with my shitty work schedule. Today, not so much because I had to race from work here to do the show. I thought the Celtics would. I would have bet prop bet Celtics sweep on that one. No Embiid, Sixers, Tatum. I don't know how Tatum got back so quick from that knee injury, but I've been digging the Timberwolves and Nuggets tied 1-1. I forgot to mention that one. I've been into the NBA playoffs. It doesn't hurt that the Pistons are back in it at the 1 seed, and I'm a huge Nuggets fan. It's really the only Denver team I really get into. But I've been digging it.
Besides the Mammoth.
Oh, yes. There's a guy in our neighborhood. He must work for the Mammoth or something. I take my dog walking down the street. He's got a big ass Mammoth flag. Of all the teams
he lost
in Denver,
a bet.
Of all the teams in Denver, you don't have the Broncos. This is Bronco country here. Because Broncos won, everybody's second.
Good Nuggets
town.
have had a huge resurgence with that title.
It doesn't hurt when you have the best player in the world. And I stand by that. Obviously, if you guys were a worldwide podcast now,
international,
watch some. Dude, he's incredible. Joker's incredible. Remember my wife's from Chicago. So she's like a Michael Jordan. Like, she's not really into sports, but I took her to
I see her in the Bears jerseys on Sundays every now and then.
She represents. She's more into the craft night wine nights. But
yes, aren't they all?
I took her. We had great seats.
Still got 8 pounds of cheese left from that night.
Dude, we had like so much like pita bread from that. It's like moldy. I took her. We had like 13 row, great seats, center court, Pistons, Nuggets last year. She had never seen Joker. She's thinking like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and she sees this 6'10" Gump, and she's like, "Wait, that's Jokovic?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "He doesn't look very good." I was like, "Just wait." He had like 46 points,
right? But
just
he never gets above the rim. He just plays a completely different basketball game than Jordan.
But you guys don't listen to the Stephen A's. Don't listen to this. This is a unicorn. We're not going to see this again.
No.
A triple-double machine. I still think that I think the Nuggets are going to go to the Western Conference Finals. They've owned the Spurs. Sorry, bad podcasting. We just came on when the Wemby injury happened. I do not know how serious it is. Maybe we can look it up.
Some people are saying it's very serious.
But these guys are such pussies anymore. I'm not trying to be the old head guy that who knows. It could just be nothing. But he's like he's like such a little gigantic stick figure.
Concussion. So he's out for the series.
Oh, shit. No.
Out for life.
Yeah, he's dead. We got breaking news. Wemby died on the court. Him and it was a Hank Gaines.
He's got AIDS.
Well, he does kind of look like he has AIDS. He's so
He's got AIDS.
All right.
So I mean, he's out for at least a game.
Yeah, I think.
Come on, you got a concussion. They've got protocol. That's CYA. You know what that means.
That's a fact. You got any big takeaways? We did have an 8-seed win. They beat the Pistons. The Magic did. I think Cleveland's going to stroll through the Raptors. They're up 2-0. I did think the Celtics were going to stroll through the Sixers. That appears to not be the case. Well, they could still win 5. What are you thinking here? Most intriguing we got now is Lakers-Rockets. You're on the Lakers. KD out 1 game. No Luka, obviously. Bronny James was getting minutes. He fucking sucks.
Well, is Austin Reeves still out?
Yes. And, God damn it. Oh, Kenyon Martin. Kind of agree with them. Sparked some backlash on X, the Everything app. You are the news now.
You are the news now.
Because Luka, Austin Reeves, Luke Kennard, and there's one other white boy on the Lakers. But he said, you can't be winning shit with 4 white guys starting. And I kind of agree with them. I mean, I'd prefer that maybe the 85 Celtics. I'd prefer that the Pistons don't have too many whiteys starting. They got Duncan Robinson, but people were all up in arms about it. People are mad about everything.
Do you think people would be mad if you had an all-white starting 5 in Detroit, but you won an NBA title?
No. Winning is everything. No. But I would look at it and say, oh, man, we got all the white guys. Did you ever watch?
Yeah, but if you had a ring, you wouldn't care what color these people were, right?
That's right.
Be a bunch of 4-foot Filipinos playing basketball as long as they won.
I don't need my players to go to heaven on any team.
And we don't need world peace. We give shit about world peace. We'd rather have 2 Lions Super Bowls. Well, we'll split it. 1 Steelers, 1 Lions.
There you go.
No world peace.
You've had enough Super Bowls.
I'm going to get 1 more, hopefully.
Do you always watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've watched some of it. It's been a while since I have, but I've watched a bunch of funny stuff.
I still
on
love
that.
this. I just haven't really watched it in a while, but there was one episode. I think they got like a DUI or something. They had to do community service. So they were coaching these basketball team stuff. And one of the characters, Dennis, came in and picked his team. And it was all the black kids and all the white kids were still there. And Charlie was like, no, you can't do that. He's like, what? You know what you're doing. He's like, doing what? You can't. But he wouldn't say it. He's like, you can't. No. You can't do this. I think it's still OKC's title, right? It's still OKC's
There's
title.
the lose, but it's been lost before.
My most intriguing series right now is the Lakers Rockets. No Luka. LeBron James is playing good. They're already up 1-0. They're up at halftime currently. KD didn't play game one, but
Playing game 2?
he's playing tonight. I think the Lakers might upset them on this. I think they are. What do you think?
I hope so.
Yeah. No chance the Suns there.
It's not even really an upset. Like Lakers were picked by -5.5.
Well, yeah, I guess, but it seems like I don't think that Lakers team's very good. And LeBron's not their best player anymore. It's Luka. No Luka for the entirety of the playoffs.
And no Austin Reeves.
Yeah, but I don't think he's a Luka type thing.
Austin Reeves is not a
nothing
Luka type
sports.
player, but he's an
No.
18-point scorer.
Well, no. I mean, I don't think he's out for the entirety of the playoffs. Or maybe he is.
No, I think he was
Actually,
out
Chris.
for 3 weeks since that Mavericks
That's-
fiasco where they gave an
Yes.
MRI to the wrong leg.
Wrong
or
leg.
something.
I don't think the Blazers stand a chance. We still got to do the Wemby concussion.
Concussed.
You think that the Pistons are in trouble losing game one to the Magic? They played like shit. It was probably their worst game of the season.
No, I don't think so.
Now, some people are saying that the Pistons played so hard during the regular season that they might be
Hard as a
gassed.
rock.
Right? Which I think that's just stupid hot take shit. What do you want them to do? They're players. They're going to play. Were you supposed to coast into the playoffs? I guess people think you are. I don't. But the Magic were hitting. They also got healthy at the right time, too. Franz Wagner, the former Michigan Wolverine, was balling. But no, it was a very frustrating watch for me on the Pistons. I do think they'll get back on track. I think Thunder will easily beat the Lakers or Rockets, whoever comes out of there. And I think the Nuggets, Wemby will beat the Spurs. The Joker's owned Wemby.
We got to get past the Timberwolves first, and it's not like they haven't had their problems with the Timberwolves
true.
at times too.
That's a fact. And that terrible loss at home yesterday for the Nuggets. Boy, you know what?
I mean, now you've flipped the home field
Flipped the
advantage.
home-
You've lost it.
You know what they say? The series doesn't start till the road team wins.
That's right.
So I guess the only series that have officially started then, by that logic, are the Celtics, Sixers, Nuggets, T-Wolves, Spurs, Blazers, and Pistons, Magic. All the rest of the series have not started.
All but one.
Yeah, all the rest of them have not started. I've been digging it. I hope you guys are digging the NBA finals. Also,
It's kind of an interesting year. We kind of think who's going to get to the finals, but
Yeah.
how it all plays out is still up to be decided. Because that second spot in the East or West finals, I feel like is wide open still. I feel like not the Celtics, the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to get there in the West.
yeah, I don't think anybody
I feel
East
like
or
the-
West can beat them in 7.
And the Pistons are going to get there in the East. It's who are they going to be playing?
right.
I think it comes down to can it be Knicks?
So that's what I was just about. Good segue. I was just about to get into the Knicks. I think the Knicks might be on upset alert. The Knicks are a turnover-prone team. Jalen Brunson is good. He's not that. I don't think he's that.
I don't
guy.
know. They got that really ugly shooter, Iman Shumpert, or
yeah.
whatever his name
Great
is. No,
flat top.
that's not his
Great
head.
flat top.
No, that's not. It's not Iman Shumpert. The ugliest guy in the NBA that I kept saying, number
yeah, last
44
year.
for
Yes.
them.
Yes,
That's who it is. But Iman Shumpert used to play for him.
Raptors, Cavs. That's about wrapped up. I've been digging it. Also, so like Saturday, I had a day game. I think it was the Nuggets game. I was working. They're all blending together. Great sports day for me. Came home, watch the Lakers, Rockets, watch the Tigers. I'm going to give out some bad advice. If you don't like baseball, bet on a game. You'll hang on every pitch. I saw a great game
and you can bet it by the pitch if you want to.
Which I was going to bring that up. I didn't have it in any of our prep or anything. So I had some pretty good dough on the Padres against the Angels. Great pitchers duel, 0-0 going into the 8th. Final score, I won, thankfully. Padres 4-1. Is there somebody? So now this was on the MLB TV. I've got the MLB ticket. Wasn't Canadian Frank because I went the 4K on that big 80-inch TV. I know it's a delay of 10 seconds. There just is with all live TV, Oscars, everything. They can change those, like live betting in NFL, NBA. It all makes sense because there's timeouts, blah, 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 blah. Those like at bat things change so fast. Do you think they have people at the game?
They have to.
Because they're ahead of you couldn't do it by TV because of the delay. But I mean, I was watching because I kept in case I was going to cash out my bet. So I had my phone up with the Padres Angels, and dude, every pitch, single, trip. I mean, it was like, I don't know if they've got an algorithm. I don't know what, but I don't know how they can change it that quickly with baseball because it's pitch by pitch. And with the pitch clock, they don't have the mound visits like they used to. I don't know that went off. I might have had a little too much medicinal help while I got locked into how they were changing it so fast.
A little too much robotism.
Yeah. All right, Kyle, your favorite sport happening right now. Have you stuck with the Las Vegas Knights as your NHL team? I think you should maybe go to the Avs.
Well, yeah, I've been to 2 Avs games now, so
well,
I picked the Golden Knights for that playoff run. Remember it?
Right.
And it was just a playoff run pick.
Yeah.
So no, I mean I'll go with the Avs. I mean, I might as well root for a home team around here.
Mm-hmm.
Been to 2 Avs games. Love a good Italian beef sandwich while I'm there. So why not? They've won both games I've been to.
Avs currently in the second period, 0-0 right now. Mammoth and your former team, Golden Knights, 2-2.
Ooh, maybe by the end of the show we could do a late third period bet.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. All right, so currently, Avs up 1-0 on the Kings. They are tied currently 0-0. The Dallas-Minnesota series 1-1. So that series officially started. So we've got one that's officially started. Knights up 1-0 on Utah. That series is officially started because they were on the road. Buffalo and Boston tied 1-1.
What's the Zamboni name now for the Mammoth?
The Zamoth, right?
Zamoth.
I had it as my word of the week. As I predicted on that show, there will be more teams with Zambonis that have some wacky.
They should. I don't know why there's not somebody on there every time it goes out there shooting T-shirts.
I know. They really missed the boat on that. Have you watched any of the NHL playoffs yet?
I watched a little bit of a Wild game. Honestly, just I was looking for something to bet on. It was on. It was 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
I bet
Nothing
the under.
wrong with that.
Yeah, hit it.
I like hockey.
Hit
anyway,
a nice plus 145 under.
but the NHL playoffs are top notch to me.
No fights.
They don't allow it. They don't allow it in the playoffs. The refs get in there right away. The Sabres, they had the longest streak, believe in all sports. It's Know Nothing Sports. You can fact check us in all of sports. No playoff. Actually, the Jets. It was the Jets and then the Sabres. I could be wrong. Fact check me. I don't really give a fuck.
Whoa.
They haven't been to the playoffs for a long time, commenters. And you're wrong about the ABS. The atmosphere at Buffalo was fucking crazy. Like, they were so fired up. Buffalo, I would never been there. I'm assuming it's a great sports town because they are passionate about the Bills, passionate about the Sabres. That's something you should check out. I think you should check out some of the Sabres games. If you're not into hockey, watch it. All right. Sabres, Bruins, 1-1. Tampa Bay Lightning, the Montreal Canadiens, 1-1. Remember the Montreal screw job?
Oh, yeah. It was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
That's right. I always think of that when I
He
hear
punched Vince McMahon right in the face. Really meant it, too.
Yeah.
Do you think Shawn Michaels was in on it,
Yes.
though? He says he wasn't.
He's admitted it now.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Ring the bell.
Right, the belt.
Man.
But you know what? That's on Bret Hart. If you're leaving territories, you're going to another company, you got to drop the belt. He just hated Shawn Michaels so much he wouldn't drop the belt to Shawn.
Yeah, he was going to
Go
WCW.
to WCW.
So what did he expect?
You got to drop the belt, which I
Yeah,
never
were you going to
got
take
that.
it with you?
I never kind of got that. Like Scott Hall talks, remember Razor Ramon, Scott Hall,
Yeah.
NWO? He's always like, my job is to get the crowd into it and to get paid. I don't give a fuck if I win or lose. Like, you know what I
Do you-
mean? It's a work.
Do you remember
Lose.
when he asked the Big Show if his dad was really Andre
Yeah.
the Giant? Is your dad really Andre the Giant?
I love Scott Hall. Rest in peace, Scott Hall. That actually got me because I'm a northerner. You know, I was a staunch WWF guy. It's still the WWF to me, damn it. When Hall and Nash went to WCW and Hogan went heel, I was watching more WCW than WWF.
Well, also they did such a buildup because their contract said they couldn't wrestle
Yeah.
on WCW for a certain amount of months until after their last appearance.
Yeah.
So they'd show up to shows and like sit in the first row and eat popcorn and stuff. And just they couldn't say anything. They
Yeah.
just show up.
And Tony
couldn't-
Schiavone be like,
couldn't-
what is he doing here?
Yeah, and everybody knew they were the former tag team champions. They knew what they were doing there. It was all a big setup. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
that's when wrestling
they
was good.
did such a great build up and never even had to touch anybody.
Never did anything.
Exactly.
We'll get into a little WrestleMania after the NHL playoffs. I didn't watch a second of it, but there's been a lot of complaints. Some people are saying worst WrestleMania ever.
Man, I hate that.
Carolina.
There's not the lovable and hateable stars that were of our youth.
It's
it
too
feels
too
like.
too much. Well, we'll get into WrestleMania. Carolina up 2-0 on Ottawa, so that series hasn't started yet. Flyers up 2-0 on Pittsburgh, so that series also hasn't started yet. So only 3 series have started in the NHL, if you go by that. I don't have much breakdown for this shit, and I know Kyle doesn't watch as much hockey. I just love having it on. Like I said, the underrated sports week. It has been great. I have been, not that you guys give a fuck, I have been working my ass off. Kyle's been going in and out of Arkansas, working his ass off. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I love flipping on the TV and you have these big playoff game. Like there's a great atmosphere. You've got hockey around the clock, NBA around the clock, baseball around the clock. It doesn't.
It's kind of a
get
perfect
much better
season
than that. Yeah,
for late
really
spring
is.
ball.
The only thing I'd like to have more is the wings in the playoffs, especially ordering that authentic, splurging on that authentic Sergei Fedorov jersey.
When is it when we have football, basketball, baseball, and hockey? Isn't that like late October?
Is when, well, I guess, late October. Late October, because in September, it's technically preseason. So I guess you could have it in September too. But when the regular season starts, it's October. Because that World Series goes so late anymore.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the times that it's up in the air.
I can't talk about hockey anymore.
Well, I'm going to say, trust me, we got a lot of people in Michigan listening, and they like hockey. I think you got to go with the Avs right now. However, they've got problems in the goal, and a hot goalie can get you going. But I think it's going to be the Avs, personally. Maybe the Lightning could sneak in there too.
Detroit
Edmonton.
is a city.
Detroit is a city. I got his jersey still with the tags hanging in my closet because the Wings blew it. All right, we've already alluded to it. Let's do a little WrestleMania. I'm sure some people are probably already tuning out because it's wrestling. But so now they are on ESPN Unlimited
For the first hour
Okay. Well, here's
of each night of WrestleMania.
I'll give you where I think WrestleMania went wrong and where wrestling's gone wrong, but I'm old, so maybe it's just a sign of the times. So for day one of WrestleMania, someone broke down. Remember, it used to be a pay-per-view. Remember those days? No commercials, no ads,
Yep.
just straight up wrestling. There was 3 hours. The show was 3 hours and 50. This is day one. I don't have the numbers for day two. And I'll get into why I think having 2 days of WrestleMania is stupid as well. They had, 3 hours and 55 minutes. That's fucking too long for wrestling anyway. 4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
And that's day one. 57 minutes of commercials during that.
Jeez.
And plus, when you go, this is the other thing I don't like about like baseball and basketball being on Prime. So, like I got home right from work to watch the Pistons Magic game. As soon as you click on it on Prime, an ad runs automatically anyway. So you're missing some of the action. I've already clicked on it. You've already got commercials. I don't need the 30-second ad, but fair enough. 57 minutes of commercials, 61 minutes of entrances.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising.
98 minutes of matches. So wrestling time of day one of WrestleMania, 3 hours, 55 minutes. Let's just say 4 hours.
People are getting screwed, and they paid so much for those tickets.
Yes. So a 4-hour wrestling show, you had 90 minutes of actual wrestling.
Terrible. I'd be pissed.
That's where I think some of these commie socialist kids might have it right with when the corporations get involved. Not that I would ever agree with a commie socialist. Too corporate. You don't need all that shit.
Yes.
Just wrestle. Also, we're old school wrestling guys. We did kind of catch lightning in a bottle. We had The Rock. We had the NWO, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair, DX, Shawn Michaels.
Piper. The list goes on. Dude, that was the best time for wrestling. 80s, 90s wrestling.
The Undertaker. I don't watch it anymore. Sorry. So I don't really know these guys. I know Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes. Do we need 2 days of WrestleMania, 8 hours of wrestling? And it appears
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. 5 beers. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
See, like that was probably more entertaining than any of the wrestling that
I
happened.
know. And they don't have anybody as near as entertaining as Stone Cold Steve Austin was in his heyday.
There's no Austin,
Nobody can
no
touch
Flair,
it.
no Hogan.
They'll
no-
never get back to those days, man. There's not enough time. You only got 90 minutes to wrestle.
Right. And the entrances are part of the show. So I will give them a little leeway on like
That's the
61
commercials,
minutes
though.
of the commercials, because it was nothing better when you heard the glass break and Stone
Yeah.
Cold come out. The entrances are part of the show. It's a show. It's a work. But we don't need 8 hours of wrestling for WrestleMania.
No, the whole thing should be wrapped up in like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it used to be WrestleMania was about an hour
And
45
one
minutes,
night,
2 hours.
one Sunday night.
One night, no commercials. That'll get people into it. But whatever. There it is. WrestleMania in the books. John Cena was the host.
What, do you remember WCW used to do this a lot? They'd put the first hour, like some prelims, and they'd put it on TNT.
Yep.
And tell you how to buy it and all that stuff.
Yep. WWF did that with Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a like WrestleMania? Like I've been to a wrestling show.
I've not been to WrestleMania. I have been to Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
At the Pyramid in Memphis before. Good show.
I've been to a Raw, a Nitro. I've been to a few Raws. I went to an awesome Raw. It was when the NWO came into WWF.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, Michigan. Scalp tickets, me and my buddy, for $80 each. Great seats. It was the NWO, Hall, Nash, Hogan versus Rock and Austin.
Oh.
The Raw before WrestleMania. But I have been to one WrestleMania in Detroit. Undertaker versus who's the fucker from Guardians of the Galaxy? Batista.
Yeah.
Undertaker versus Batista, and Shawn Michaels versus John Cena was the main event. People were cheering Cena. I think I might have told you this story off air, but you know how WCW had Starrcade?
Yeah.
And WWF had WrestleMania. The crowd was very pro Cena, and we were pro Michaels, but we knew he was going to lose to Cena. And people were booing Michaels when he came out. My friend Diamond Boy Tim Kramer said, "If it wasn't for him, you'd be watching Starrcade right now." All right, that does it for NHL, NBA, and a little bit of wrestling.
I wonder
mixed in
how
there.
different it would be if WCW won the wrestling wars of the 90s. And everybody had to come over there instead.
Probably not as good, because from all the documentaries I've watched, the inmates kind of ran the asylum. And, Vince
Dude,
was
they
the
went like
boss.
80 weeks, though, beating them in the ratings.
Well, that's where I think it's gone wrong with Vince eating up all the territories and then buying WCW. Competition is good. AEW is dog shit. That's not competition. WCW, WWF was real competition.
Yeah.
You had a real option to change it.
It's too much of a conglomerate now. There's no way somebody else could break into the wrestling scene now.
Well, and do you even see, so people know, who Chris Jericho is, right?
Yeah. Walls of Jericho, baby.
Oh, yeah. Jericho was just like a cruiserweight trying to make his name for himself. But I thought it was one of the funniest promos I'd ever seen. You know who Dean Malenko is?
Oh, yeah, the man of 1,000 holes.
That's right. He was wrestling Dean Malenko.
The Iceman.
At whatever pay-per-view it was, the man of 1,000 holds. So Jericho proclaimed he was the man of 1,001 holds. And he had that printout, the old school printers. Remember they used to go zzz,
yeah.
the perforated.
That you could tear off.
And he was reading all of his moves. He was like, arm bar, arm drag. We don't have those promos. That was fun. That was funny. They don't have that shit anymore.
And Dean Malenko was a really good wrestler.
Underrated worker.
Yes,
Underrated worker.
Very technical wrestler. He just wasn't great at cutting the promos.
Right.
But he was a grinder,
Great in the
man.
ring.
He was also a great behind the scenes guy.
Yeah, he was a
went to work
booker. Yeah. Some ECW, old school Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, ECW matches, top notch. Even Benoit. Whatever happened to that guy?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
One time,
We're gonna let that one lie.
we went to, how it's Denver isn't what people think mostly. It's not really a cold weather state. It's like a high altitude desert. My wife and I are Midwesterners, so she, wants, which I'm done with. I like Halloween, go to pumpkin patches and shit. And it was 100 degrees one October. And I was like, it's dusty. It's not like the Midwest. I don't know if do you guys do pumpkin patches in the South?
Yeah, we've heard of pumpkins.
So it's cider, it's cold weather, trees, fall. Here it's a fucking desert.
And
Dust Bowl.
drugs.
Right. We went to a pumpkin patch last year, wherever. It was just dusty and shitty. They dragged me to it. I was on another one of these work stretches like I'm in right now. And then they were bitching the whole time about how hot it was and they didn't want to be there. They dragged me there. I sent a picture to my brother, a gif of Chris Benoit's entrance. I said, my wife and daughter dragged me to a pumpkin patch I didn't want to go to in 100-degree heat, and now they're complaining. And so it was me as Chris Benoit walking out of the thing. All right, that wraps up wrestling. That wraps up the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs. Go Pistons. Go Nuggets. I don't want to see the Thunder win again. Do you have a team, NBA team you want to see win? I know we picked the Thunder to win, but who you would like to see win?
Out of the East, I'd like to see your Detroit.
There we go.
Pistons
He's coming around.
do it.
He's coming around. See, Justin, he doesn't hate Michigan.
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't know why I get labeled that. I really don't.
Hey,
I try to be fair.
Don't forget when people came at me with SEC stats, how I said the Big Ten owns the SEC.
Yeah,
I've gotten it too.
They had some pretty good stats to at least make an argument, but I've never hated on Michigan, really. I just think your coach was, a coos hound, and that happens sometimes. I've had my own coos hound coach. He fell off a motorcycle.
Yeah. All-time press conference. Kyle, some people are saying
karma will get you. It gets you every time.
Sure enough.
I mean, half the time it gets you every time. No.
I got it. It's like Jimmy the Greek. When you're right 52% of the time, you're wrong 48%.
So there's a man that just stole a bicycle from a kid. Looked like the kid was about 16 on one of these little e-bikes.
Now, that guy who called us lard asses should call this guy a lard ass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I bet he doesn't touch grass much either.
No.
So, not the kind you can't roll anyway. Anyway, he steals this kid's bike, and this guy sees it, and he tries to knock him off the bike with the door, it seems like, and then chases him down.
Good move.
Yeah, underrated move. Let's see it.
Dude, this guy just stole his bike.
Get him. Get him.
Oh my god.
He's kind of moving on that bike.
Will those bikes go like 35 miles an hour?
I've never
now?
rode one of those. Have you ever been on one of those?
Oh yeah, I've got one over there in the corner of the Know Nothing Sports Garage Studios.
All
Mine
right.
only goes about 24,
All
but
right.
still they move. He speeds up, tries to get in front of him.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's a nice looking ride those guys got.
Oh yeah, I like the leather seats.
That leather's the interior is great.
Watch it. Boom! Scorpioned his ass. Look, you got some good extension on those legs coming and almost touching the back of your neck. And that guy is fucked up.
I will give that
And he
fat
goes
ass
and
credit.
gets
His pants
that-
didn't fall down.
So, I mean, he got messed up on that, and he deserved every bit of it, to be honest with you. If you're going to steal from somebody like that, a lot of things I can overlook. Being a thief is not one of them.
Same. Same.
Dude, I'm building these houses in Arkansas, and I was talking to my framer, and like shit has come up missing
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Always.
So what we did, we went out to Lowe's, got fucking 2 trail cameras. We hit them in the trees, facing
Right.
each way, so we can catch a license plate and some faces going each way.
Perfect.
Put up a bunch of signs saying, "Smile, you're on camera." I really hope we catch somebody. I wanted to take it one step further.
Catch them and put it on the show.
Oh yeah, they will get blasted on this show and social media if they're stealing. I also wanted to like set them up, like set out some bait, grab 2 bags of mulch, and stick an air tag in one of them,
yeah.
and see where that
Do
shit
it.
gets
I
up.
think that's
I'm
a good
going to.
plan.
If I get stole from one more time, they stole 2 boards, and if anything else is stolen, we got trail cameras up there. Next thing is air tags in the mulch, and watch me. I'll get out there with a fucking wheelbarrow and start
Yeah.
taking it out of their front yard.
I stole a Grant Hill rookie card once, and I was ravished with guilt. I went
Oh,
back to the
man.
card shop and gave it back to him.
There you go.
I was like sleepless. I was like kid. We had this place called K&L Card Shop in a town I grew up in, and we were going through stuff, and he laid it on like the thing, and I took it, and I felt so guilty that I went and returned it the next day. But
I stole a toy phone out of one of those fake like Playhouse things at Walmart. It was literally a 4-inch plastic phone.
yeah,
My parents found it, and I told them where it came from. I was probably like 4,
Yeah.
and they said the judge is gonna throw you in jail. I was so freaked out; they scared the shit
how
out
I
of me.
felt.
That's why I don't steal now. Thanks, Mom.
I did have a friend. We were in a golf outing one time, and it was a bachelor party. The guy was a notorious cheap ass, so it was like buy one get one. We had to like turn in all these coupons, and the pro shop guy was being a real like dick about it, and we were embarrassed doing it too. It was the dude's bachelor party, but my friend was so annoyed with him, he grabbed a box of balls, and he was like, "Hey, I'm stealing these." And the guy he was just so frazzled by the coupons. That was the one time I condoned stealing because it was pretty funny.
Did he actually steal?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a bag of, but he didn't like. He was like, "Hey, I'm stealing these," and the guy was just like, with all these coupons.
Just one thing at a time. He almost exploded.
All right, Kyle. Some people are saying true love is dead. True
Okay.
love is dead. Do you know Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird? Do you know who those 2 athletes are?
Yes. One of them is a basketball player. The other one pretends to be a soccer player / activist.
Yes. So I don't like either of these 2. And before you get your tiki torches lit, I do not care about their politics. I do not care about anyone's politics. I think if your identity is politics, you're a sad person, and it's the least interesting thing about you. I like them I dislike them for much more petty reasons. I don't like Sue Bird because 2 years ago, the Capital One March Madness commercials with Charles Barkley, Samuel L. Jackson, Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite commercials. Well, she got in one with them, and the whole joke was Larry Bird's coming, but it was Sue Bird. And then Sam Jackson's like, "Oh, you don't know Sue Bird, 10-time also." So he had to like list her whole resume because nobody knew who the hell she was. I
play real sports. I
That's
try
right.
to be the best at exercising.
I saw that commercial so many times it made me not like Sue Bird. And then Rapinoe, I don't really like.
I thought it was Rapinoe.
Could be. I don't know.
I lost interest after that flag incident.
Let me
Remember that?
Yes, but I want to keep politics out of it. She's a world-class athlete. She's a U.S. women's soccer player. And what I want to say to the trans people out there, live your life.
He's got AIDS.
Live your life.
Is that not what you wanted to say?
Be yourself. But this make-believe world that biological men don't have an advantage over women is fucking make-believe. It's nonsense. And I know because she champions transgender people in sports. She knows that it's wrong. That team lost to a 14-year-old boys team.
Yeah, from Australia or something.
And now that you're retired, you think you can do this and lift the ladder up for women who are trying to compete. That's all I'll say about that. Anyway,
Stop it!
They broke up. True love is dead. And you can tell that Sue Bird probably fucking hates Megan Rapinoe. So here's them announcing their split.
Hi, everybody. There's
Together?
really no
On their
smooth or
because they have a
easy way
shitty
to
ass
start
podcast.
This episode off. We are coming here to share a little bit of personal news. We have decided
Will it
to
continue?
separate as a couple.
And we have shared
Look how happy Sue Bird
so
is.
much of our life, so much of our relationship with you. So
These
that's why
guys,
we
they have
wanted to
more
come on
listeners.
here and
Look
share
at this
this too.
pathetic shit.
These past 10 years have given us.
So they announced their separation. True love is dead.
Do you think either one of them are going to go back the other way?
That'd be
Who
good.
wants to suck a old man's dick?
That'd be good revenge, right?
Yeah.
Getting piped by
Yeah,
somebody.
revenge somebody with a schlong.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. NFL draft is coming up. We're gonna do a full draft, how would you say it? Reaction show.
Well, we're going to do it right after our UFL preview.
yes, next week.
We're going to do the first round like we did last
round
year.
like we did last year.
Have it going, make some
Probably
drinks,
make a few
hang
drinks.
out.
Talk about some picks.
Maybe we need to cook an appetizer this time too. Just a little something fun that I could pre-make for us.
Well, I'll tell you
You know
what.
how I like to do the cooking videos.
I got no problem with that, but that's going to be all on you because
I know it.
I'll be racing here from
Yeah,
work.
I might
just to get set
I might
up.
have a little something prepared for us. We'll see.
Do you think there will be any surprises? I'm pulling up Mel Kiper's
I think the
Draft.
Jets are going to do something
stupid.
stupid.
Yes. Currently, Mendoza, that's a foregone conclusion. Mendoza's going to the Raiders, according to the mocks, but I think that's.
If they did, I would love to see somebody trade out of the top 10. Because
I think that might happen.
maybe, I'd rather build something for some future years. After about the first 15 picks, it's like, it's not that exciting of a draft.
Tell me about it. Are you a Jeremiah Love guy? Because I think Jeremiah Love's really good.
I think he's a tough running back.
Me too.
It's just hard to take him in the first round. But, the running back's position is cyclical. Seems like we've seen some good years with it, and lately we've seen some pretty down years at it as far as where these guys are getting drafted.
What I'm saying about Jeremiah Love, all the mocks I've seen, and I think mock drafts are so boring. I used to be a fucking weird sicko that got into all this stuff. Just wait till they put the helmets on and play. It doesn't matter. Yes, there's going to be some names, some names, Like I'm still pissed that the Lions didn't take Will Johnson. We got a guy named Rocky Sin starting at corner who stinks, and they took some shitty ass D tackle Tyreek Williams from Ohio State. Not that he's an Ohio State Buckeye that gets me, Brad. I would say wait till they play. However, this is not like a hot take or a bold prediction. If I were the Chiefs, so, they did sign Kelsey to another, like a 3-year deal, but it's really that's just semantics, kind of like the Kirk Cousins deal with the Raiders. It's basically a 1-year deal. If I were the Chiefs who are picking at 9 and you don't get there, like they had an off year, all their 1-point wins and single digit or 1-score wins kind of went the other way this year. I would trade up to get Jeremiah Love because you can add something to an already stacked team. You already have Patrick Mahomes. You already have Andy Reid. You already a quasi Super Bowl contender just because you have Mahomes.
Haven't they kind of already spent a lot of capital at the running back position, though?
Well, Pacheco's a Lion now, so he's gone. They had a terrible running game last year. I think, I don't know shit. It's know nothing sports. If I was the Chiefs, your window, some people are saying is shut. I think it's like open a crack.
Well, we don't even know what Patrick Mahomes is going to come back from this ACL like. He
true.
could be a shell of himself. Injuries affect people differently. It's not just the knee. It's also
Especially when you
just-
get older, man.
Yeah, it's also just like, can you respond the same way that you were? I mean, there's something to be said. Like he was almost deemed like invincible, an MVP. Now you've gotten one of the worst injuries you can get as far as a quarterback. I think, I mean, it's a plant leg, right? That he tore. So.
Yes. Yep. But I'm of the belief if you've got Mahomes, you can win. He's got a full off season to recover. I think he's projected to come back week 3.
If anybody can come back and be the same player, it would be him.
Well, they traded. They've got 2 first-round picks because they traded. Who's their corner? That good corner. That's one.
Trent McDuffie.
Yeah,
actually, a buddy of mine's friend out of he's from the West Coast out there in California.
They traded him to the Rams, so they got 2 first-round picks,
and he signed a nice deal with the Rams too.
Yeah,
like $130 million deal.
You don't want to pay. I think that might be going away. It used to be you don't want to pay running backs and stuff.
The Chiefs, I think I mentioned this before, they have not signed a defensive back that they drafted to a second contract since Eric Berry.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. You told me
Nobody.
that. Well, I still think the AFC West isn't the Chargers decent. I don't know if the Broncos are fool's gold. They did get Jalen Waddle. The Raiders fucking suck. I think you should go all. I think I would package my 2 first-round picks and move up to get Jeremiah Love because you still get your second, third, fourth. They still got plenty of draft. You got 2 first-round picks. You got Mahomes. I would move up to get Jeremiah Love if I was the Chiefs. I'm high on Jeremiah Love. But other than that, I'm really just looking forward to Mel Kiper meltdowns, mock drafts getting busted, all these know-it-alls who think they know everything.
Man, I would be looking to trade back. I mean, I really just think this is a weaker draft than most years. Jeremiah Love would be great. That's a lot of draft capital, 2 first-round picks to spend on a running back.
Well,
in this day and age of football. I know it's a cyclical
but
position.
You get him at a rookie deal, so you're going to get him on the cheap, and you need some help, especially if Mahomes coming off an injury.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. And then I would also tell everybody, like I did on the last show, I've talked about this a couple times, the time I couldn't sleep at a ski house and watched tons of old draft footage like a weirdo. These fuckers don't know anything. I'll give you a couple flashbacks. So I wouldn't worry about draft grades, what your team does. The Seahawks, can't remember the year, but it was the Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner, Cam Chancellor draft. They got an F as a draft grade. I think Russell Wilson probably played himself out of a Hall of Fame. I think you could have made the argument before he left and went to the Broncos and then Steelers and Bears, wherever the fuck he is now, or Giants. They got an F, and those guys were crucial to them winning a Super Bowl, going to 2 Super Bowls. They should have won 2 if they gave the ball to Marshawn Lynch. And then more recently, and this isn't me being a Lions fan bias, the Lions got a D- for drafting Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell in the first round. Jack Campbell, all-pro first-team middle linebacker. He had the highest PFF grade for middle linebackers in football. And Jahmyr Gibbs we know Jahmyr Gibbs, top fantasy running back, also one of the best playmakers in the NFL. They were given a D- for those picks. They don't know shit. They do value stuff. You can't take a running back this early. We know what has happened now because the argument for the Seahawks and for the experts, Seahawks and the Lions, you can't take a middle linebacker that early. Same with Wagner. Can't take a safety like that. Russell Wilson's too short. You can't have 2 first-round picks and take a running back and a middle linebacker. Well, they're both first-team All-Pros.
I mean,
they're both first-team All-Pros.
I understand that, but trading 2 first-round picks for a running back in a pass-happy league, that's a bit of a push to me.
So if we're going to go back to what I said about the Chiefs, I'm saying this is specifically for the Chiefs, not other teams. This is a Chiefs team that still is a Super Bowl contender. So, all right. So here's
the Chiefs team that needs to replace a lot of things. Like you got an All-Pro tight end, Hall of Fame tight end that you're going to have to replace in the next year.
Well, so here's.
I mean, he's probably going to go. Hey, I know he signed a 2-year deal, but Come on. I don't know that he's going to go 2 more years. He wants to be Mr. Taylor Swift, I think, and just
like I said,
chill on the beach in Rhode Island.
I think this may be his last. He signed a 3-year deal, but I think
he ain't playing 3 years.
I think it's a 1 year. That was for salary cap shit. Well, here's who Kuiper has them picking if they stay where they're at. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver from Arizona State, right? And then who I actually kind of like this player. He's coming off a knee of torn ACL. He missed the whole season. Corner from Tennessee, Colton Hood. Those guys aren't going to make the impact that Jeremiah Love is on that roster. And you're already on borrowed time because your window's almost shut. I think you need to sell out to try to get back to the Super Bowl. But what do I know? We'll see.
Or do you take this year as it's Mahomes on a rebuild knee?
Yeah.
Might be Kelsey's last year. Let's
So you
trade
stock
back
up,
and
get back.
stockpile for the next year when it might be a stronger draft.
Well, I don't know if you need to trade back with 2 picks. You know what I mean? You got 2
Take
first
one and
rounders.
trade one. Trade
Take
one back.
Trade one. Maybe do something like that. All right. That's we'll do a whole, you'll see all of our draft shit
tomorrow.
coming up on tomorrow. All right, Kyle, give us some words of the week before we get out of here.
Word of the week, finish through the line. Coaches say it all the time, and people don't do it. And that's why you have to run an extra gasser, run an extra 40, or you lose.
That's right.
Sometimes losing and winning is separated by inches.
A cunt hair, some people would say.
Yes, a little C hair for the listening audience.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a little crass.
So, Delaware Marathon, it comes down to the last 200 meters, and the guy just wanted it more and had a flat-out sprint for the finish.
A true case of wanting it more.
Yes, it really was. I mean, on 26.2 miles, and you got enough left in the tank to just sprint like this at the end. Great for him. Let's see it. He sees that finish line. He's gunning him down. He is running him down.
And he's getting him. He's celebrating.
And then the loser, his arms go up like he won. Bam!
Oh.
Joshua Jackson, your winner of the Delaware Marathon in the last 2 feet. He pulls it out. That's what you get for celebrating early.
Finish strong, baby.
But that's also what you get for finishing through the line. A championship. You won the marathon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for him.
Good. My words of the week. Who the hell is Mel Kiper anyway?
Yeah.
I already alluded to it. I'm not the same. I'm not 20 anymore. I used to read every mock draft, know every player on this, who the Lions need to take, who they should take. It doesn't matter. Wait till they strap it up and get on the field. There's always going to be some 3rd rounder, 4th rounder, 5th rounder that's better than a lot of the 1st rounders. And like I said, the ski house story of watching that shit, you know how many of these. That's why I think 1st round picks are kind of overvalued, kind of like prospects in baseball. You go through, I implore you to go through the last 10 years of draft and just see how many duds are in that 1st round and how many of these experts talk about arm length and work ethic and size.
Can't have T-Rex arms.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what? I mean, the Lions got Aiden Hutchinson because he was going to Jacksonville, and all of a sudden his hand size wasn't what they were looking for. And we got Hutchinson getting 20 sacks a year, while I can't remember the guy from Georgia they took who's getting 4. So, whatever. Everyone's an expert. Who the hell is Mel Kiper anyway? It's a bunch of talking heads in suits. A lot of them didn't play the game. They don't know. We don't know. We'll find out when they strap it up. And we'll be here drinking, eating, watching the draft.
We'll have a couple signature drinks for the show and see what we can come up with.
And we can't go live yet, can we? We might be able to go live on TikTok.
We can go live on TikTok now. I actually just set that up for us recently. I just have to download the TikTok Live Studio app, and I think we're in.
All right, on-air show meeting. Should we go live on TikTok and forego YouTube for that, maybe?
Well, I think we can
wouldn't mind
record
having
the
a
live.
live.
Well, I think we can also record the live
Okay.
and post that to YouTube.
I think we should go live.
Sure, let's try to do it. Our first live.
All right, so we will be live, hopefully, on TikTok for the NFL draft. That's going to do it for us. Go Pistons. Go Avs? We're gonna say go Avs. Who
Sure,
do you
why
want in the
not?
NHL? Go Avs. Who do you want in the NBA? Who you're a Pistons. You're a Pistons.
I'm
guy
Pistons in the East. Yeah.
now. All right, let's do it. We're getting out of here. See ya.
See ya.